Welcome back, viewers. That was a lot of fun. And speaking of fun, we've been joined by artist Lida Lajevardi, who's here to talk to us a bit about her work. Thank you very much for joining us, Lida.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us, Lida, how did you get started?
I started very young. As far as I remember, I was drawing or painting, but I started art classes when I was 12, and I had my first oil painting when I was 13.
Certainly sounds like you've been painting your entire life. Do you have a particularly favorite medium at this point?
I do love oil paintings, but unfortunately, it's really high maintenance. So I moved to things with the lower maintenance. I'm working with ink, anything basically who has a color. Sometimes I use natural colors, you name it. If it's vegetables, I boil them and use them. If it's acrylic, I use them. If it's ink, if it's pen, pencil, marker, anything. It doesn't matter for me as long as it has colors.
Is there different challenges that come with that?
Yes, obviously, it's very difficult to control. But the secret of it is I don't control it.
Okay.
It would control me.
Do you find that the changes shifted your subject matter or your style?
It's definitely, it does. Because oil painting, although I love it and it's my favorite medium, it takes longer to capture a feeling.
Is there a point where it becomes too long? When do you know that a piece is finished?
To be honest, it's very important to realize when your work is done. I've seen it so many times, like people overdo or overwork on their paintings, or they haven't worked on it enough. But to me, whenever I feel like I captured the feeling, and that's when I have to stop.
And now, do you have a particularly a favorite piece of your many works? Is there one that stands out to you?
Yes, I have a couple of my smaller works I really like. One of them was Fallen. That was the one of them that I felt like I really captured the feeling at the time.
Now, I've noticed with a lot of your work, a lot of it's kind of dark, but you do a lot of self-portraits. I'm guessing.
Yes.
Or you paint a lot of women who look like you. Either way, where do you actually draw heavy inspiration? I'm picking up on Frida Kahlo. Is that a big influence?
Yes, she was. I got really inspired by her when I was studying in Iran. But self-portrait, I think it's one of the first things an artist learn and practice themselves to be able to basically capture the world around them. So yeah, a lot of my works are portraits of myself or impressions of myself.
Okay. Now, on top of the ink and the illustration pieces, I noticed you do a lot of photo manipulation.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So photo manipulation started when I was my last year in the university.
Okay.
That was part of my thesis. And the reason for that was I was always had that challenge in me. I was looking for a bridge between my hand drawing and my art and the photography and digital world of the graphic design that I studied for. So that photo manipulation was basically the bridge. Some of them were my drawings or hand paintings, and some of them are my photography, and I combine them together, or I create some of them in Photoshop, and yeah, and I create this graphic art or photo manipulation works.
Interesting. Now, where for the viewers at home, where can we find more of your lovely paintings?
Sure. My paintings are available on www.lidalajevardi.com. Also, there is a blog that I put some of my drawings on it. I have some of them captured in a video called my Art in Motion.
Okay. And what's next for Lida Lajevardi?
I'm planning to have another art show in the spring. Well, pressure on. I'm working on it, and hopefully it's going to be ready.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Lida. I hope you all check out her website, and yeah, appreciate you coming down.
Thank you for having me here.
Okay. Well, coming up next, viewers, I think we've got...
I'm pretty sure it's epic game music.
Oh, okay. Apparently it's Epic Game Music, and yet another person trying to steal my job.
Yes.